Well, hello, it's Dr. Kevin Lenton. So, I'm starting my journey again at the beginning of this year to share information, to educate, to empower, to enrich people with the kind of things that might help them change the trajectory of their lives. You know, we're headed in this direction that we sometimes are not overly excited about. Things don't always go the way we would like them to go. And sometimes we just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over. Have you ever wondered why that is? Well, here's the reason. From the very moment of conception, there's a download of information. It's genetic information that's passed from your mom and dad, of course, but also from your entire genetic timeline. So you start life with the blueprint already imprinted into the cells of your body. Obviously, from the very moment you're born, you start accumulating information. That newborn baby is not just an inanimate object sitting in the little rocket chair. It's absorbing every single sound, every word, every vibration that it is exposed to. Now, each and every one of those stimuli, let's call them data, it's information. Every single one of those becomes imprinted into the frontal cortex of the brain, into the executive center of your brain. And those imprints are pretty much the way we live, perhaps as much as 95% of our lives. We live like that because we tend to accumulate these programs more from a negative standpoint than a positive standpoint. Now, why would we do that? Well, that's because of our survival imprint. We are programmed to survive. And if you store the negative information and it's hardwired into the frontal cortex, you know what not to do the next time, because we always want to avoid pain. And we do that by activating our stress response system. Now, when we have accumulated these negative responses in the frontal cortex, that's how we live our lives. So the secret is to practice perspective. Perspective is the thing that you can use to program appropriately data that you receive every millisecond of every day. Very often we perceive a situation as being so much worse than it actually is. However, once you put it into the frontal cortex, once it's downloaded, you can't delete it, you can't change it. So if you keep repeating the same old mistakes, worrying about the traffic, feeling anxious about meeting, feeling worried about examination, feeling that you're not worthy, feeling as if you're not excited by life, that's how you're actually going to live your life. So living life from a positive perspective is so important. I'll be sharing so much more information about this as we progress through this year. My mission is to be more regular with my posts. My mission is to empower you to be the very best version of yourself, because I know you can. I've helped countless thousands of people over my 40 plus years in clinical practice to be the very best versions of themselves. So I know it's possible. The key is reflection. Reflect on yesterday. What did you do? What could you have done differently? How did you play out the events that you were exposed to yesterday? And so you build on each and every day, and you make small changes, small adaptations, and the compound effect will lead to the healthy, happy, and terrific you that you know you need to be. I'm Dr. Kevin Lenton. I'd love to have you join me on this journey. Let's connect. Share this information with anyone that you think may benefit. Follow me on the social media platforms. I'm definitely going to be more active. And I'd love your thoughts. What would you like me to talk about? What are you suffering with, battling with, and what don't you understand? Perhaps I can offer some perspective from my over 40 years of experience. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.